Just fucking cut it. I don't want to stick Ghostbusters in anybody's head. I don't even like that song very much.
Hey, listen to the Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 233. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to do Oops, All Permanents. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We've got some people to thank, a ton of stories to tell, lots of stuff to get through. Before we do any of that, we have to thank our business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, their source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And they are the procurers of the boosties that we give away for guessing the correct commander on the pre-show. We'll talk about that in a quick sec. Don't forget CCO Fusion 5 promo code at checkout. Get you 5% off your whole order, even on sale stuff for their deal of the week.
Neat.
Yeah, very good, very good. Go there, you get your stuff. It lets them know that their partnership with CCO is a fucking good one.
Because it is.
It is, yeah, and people go there and it's good and everybody's happy, yeah. We're switching it up a little bit today.
Yes.
We don't have so much of a Kaldheim commander as we've been wont to do over the last 4 weeks.
Correct.
And this time we're leaning into one of the Boogiemanders that we talked about on CCO's Top 5 in 5 Boogiemanders.
I should have known when I was doing that idea and coming up with all the things in my brain that I was going to mention one of them, and we were going to like dunk on one of the commanders for doing something, and then somebody in the nation was going to immediately go out and do it. Because that video came out yesterday, and we have this deck this morning.
Yeah, it was very much an audible because I had a CCO Nation submission ready to go. Like I had the deck list up and I was starting the notes, and then I went through the preferred deck list channel on our Discord. It's one of the benefits of becoming a patron over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. And I saw the deck list and I was like, fuck. All right, now we got to do this. So I text Brando, do you want to do this? He's like, yeah, I'm all the way into it.
Absolutely, I want to do this. Yes, I do.
Yep. So big thanks to Anthony Buckley's.
Anthony Buckley's.
Yeah, we did a deck of his not too long ago, so I feel bad for everybody else in the nation who's usurped by Anthony again by a deck. But he said in the channel, he said he loves a deck building challenge. So much so that we didn't even challenge him when he built the deck.
Yeah.
So we're doing Niv-Mizzet Parun, a Boogiemander.
Yeah, whoops, all permanents. Because we said in the video, it's like you could build this thing without instants and sorceries and you're still going to get value and do damage, and here we are.
Yeah, very much so. And we will link to the video in one of the cards on YouTube, and you can find it on the YouTube channel, of which you should go to and subscribe. I was looking at some of the metrics. Mother ass. Still, like over 30% of people who watch Commander Cookout on YouTube not subscribed.
You're already watching.
You're fucking watching already. Click the button.
You just click the button. You don't have to click the bell. What the fuck is the picture on the thing? Does it just say subscribe? Is it a thumbs up? Is it a...
There's a button in the bottom corner of the actual video of our logo. If you click that, you subscribe.
Oh, neat.
And then there's like a subscribe button, and then there's like a bell notification button.
We don't give a shit about that one.
I think that's how YouTube works. I'm subscribed to a bunch of different channels on YouTube, and it's like one click, and it's so easy that it never registers that, like, oh, this is how you do it.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not really subscribed to very many on YouTube.
You subscribe to CCO?
Of course.
You fucking guy?
Of course.
Okay.
I need to get notified whenever I do something.
Yeah, because you forget that you did it.
Because based on yesterday's pre-show, I will forget.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and you'll get distracted by an ad that's like not even for something that you're interested in.
Yeah, it's for something I don't even give a shit about.
That's how advertising works, FYI.
Speaking of things that I don't give a shit about, but I do, and I forgot, which I did, me and Kyla and a couple of friends went mini golfing a few weeks ago.
Okay.
We have one of those glow-in-the-dark mini golf places here.
Yeah.
And
so you can't see all the germs floating around.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's just how we do things. And so I goes in, and they have the whole place, just like fucking huge mini golf course, is made of that glow-in-the-dark blacklight carpet that glows when you shine a blacklight on it.
Ooh, nasty.
And I was trying to get that. And for the record, if you ever want to buy carpet from somewhere and you don't want to have semen all over it,
Gross.
you got to buy it from a blacklight place because the blacklight's already on it, and if you can't see any cum, there obviously isn't any in the fibers. Very important.
I would expect that if I'm buying new carpet, because that's the only kind of carpet that I buy, that it's clean.
Oh, this is not new. This is definitely used.
Definitely.
This is definitely used carpet.
Somebody else's used carpet. Do not Google that.
And I asked the lady, yo, where did you get this carpet? I've been trying to get some for my game room at my house, and it's super expensive to import here. And she was like, I don't remember where I got it from, but we're renovating right away.
What do you mean you don't remember where you got like 700 miles of mini golf carpet from? Oh, I don't remember. Okay, sure.
I found it in my basement.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're
lady.
like, oh, fuck, I wish I could find some in my basement.
Exactly. But,
Anyways.
And then I went home and I looked, and there wasn't any. Very disappointing. But the point is, I said, yo, how can I get some of that for myself? And she's like, we're renovating right away, so if you come back later, I'll just give you some.
Oh, cool.
And in my head, I'm thinking, give me, yeah, right. Lo and behold,
You got some?
got an email from her, says, hey, on
No.
Tuesday, like, I guess today in out there land,
And in real world.
as you're listening to this, I'm leaving work early to go to a glow-in-the-dark mini golf place that's renovating to take carpet.
You're going to take some carp.
I'm super excited because I got blacklight posters and I did a bunch of blacklight paintings, and I'm going to have blacklight carpet in my game room at my house.
Oh, man, it's going to look like you're radioactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you got some finally. It's
Yeah.
been like a long-ass time.
It's been like 5 years I've been looking for this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm finally going to get some. It's very exciting.
That's your good vibe.
It's my good vibe.
Good vibe. Stick to it. Stay the course, if you will.
That's right.
Okay, I got a good vibe for you.
Hit me.
We've been barbecuing lots.
Ooh.
I got two good vibes. Two.
Okay.
We've been barbecuing a lot lately.
Nice.
And this is going to be like so stereotypical and like kind of funny and weird to the people who aren't Canadian.
Okay.
We've been barbecuing a lot lately. Lots of moose. We eat lots of fucking moose at my house. The good vibe is that we've been barbecuing because the weather's finally turning.
Yeah.
And we eat moose, and it's funny. Yeah, like Rebecca's dad and her grandpa and our brother-in-law, 3 people got tags for 2 moose.
Oh my God.
And you don't know how big a fucking moose is. Me and Ginger Joe were just talking about this on Twitter the other day. A small moose is like bigger than a cow.
Oh, much bigger than a cow.
Yeah, like a small fucking female cow moose is like a cow moose is what you call a girl moose, right?
Yeah.
Is like fucking 1,300 pounds, man. They're huge.
Yeah, they're very large.
We got 2. Yeah, there's not enough deep freezes in our family to house all the meat. And like last summer, like the same 3 houses that got the moose split like a normal cow. So we had meat in our deep freeze already.
Dang.
Our freezers. And then we got 2 moose, sausage and steak and ground meat. So
Dang.
that's great. The other good vibe, and this one is for me, is finally, I've done 2 now. I've done 2 full volume, like regular workouts after my back injury, remember?
Oh, yeah.
11 months it took, and I'm back to full volume, like deadlift, squats, front squats. I can do lunges. I can do leg stuff.
That's fantastic.
Pain-free. Not like at the same capacity yet, like in terms of...
Well, you haven't worked out in 11 months.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I've been working out, but like everything's been modified, lots of physio, lots of... Modified, yeah. So super, super happy with that. Like no pain, no discomfort in my leg. Like I hurt my back, but like my shin was affected because like the nerve was all fucked up in my back. Yeah, it's real fucked up. But getting better.
Good.
So we're going to celebrate with doing this deck, this Niv-Mizzet deck.
Oh, yeah. Should we say what he does?
Yeah, give him a read, and then we've got a couple more thanks and shout-outs.
All right. Niv-Mizzet Parun is a 5/5 dragon wizard for blue, 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 red, red, red.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Can't be countered. Has flying. Whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage to anything.
Uh-huh.
Whenever any player casts an instant or sorcery, you draw a card.
Ooh. Okay. So the typical is play lots of instants and sorceries.
Yep.
Draw lots of cards. Deal 1 damage every time you draw a card. You
That's
play
right.
the brainstorms and the ponders, the preordains, the hand sculpting.
Yeah.
Right. The blue sun zenith to draw a whole bunch to kill everybody
Yep.
with damage instead of decking somebody.
Correct.
Not fucking today.
Yeah, not today. We're going to let our opponents play all of that bullshit, and we're going to do a bunch of permanent stuff that does all of that bullshit.
Yeah, this is like the what's the one where you reveal till you hit a non-permanent? The green card? Oh, god damn it. It's on the screen right now because of Joe.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But you play it though. The one,
Are you sure I do?
The 10 mana one. You built the deck. It's all permanents except for like a mystical tutor.
Primal Surge.
Primal Surge, yeah. This reminds me of that because it's all permanents.
Yeah.
And like we said, submitted by Patreon supporter Anthony Bockley. We've got a couple other patrons to thank, though.
Okay.
More specifically to FU.
Yeah, F them. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Medium.
It's the CCO nickname, a rite of passage, if you will, right?
Yeah, if you can handle this and stick around, you belong.
Yeah,
here.
speaking of handling, too. First one, CJ Stillwell. CJ. That sounds dirty.
It does.
Like you're giving me a CJ.
But that's too obvious. Because maybe the CJ is a red herring.
Oh.
Maybe the CJ is a red herring because this is actually Farley Stillwell.
Never heard of her.
Farley Stillwell, the man that indirectly turned Peter Parker into Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
The man responsible for the Scorpion, also in Spider-Man.
Wow.
He went missing. Nobody knows where he is.
Now he's in the nation.
He's in the nation now. That's awesome.
Oh, well, welcome. And of course.
F you.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, Farley Stillwell. Is it Farley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Dr. Farley Stillwell.
Next up, Dr. Jared Fields. I don't know if he's a doctor or not.
He might be.
Yeah.
Jared Fields.
Dr. Jared Feelers.
Grope.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Dr. Jared Grope.
How about Dr. Grope?
Oh, Dr. Grope.
Just to make him sound like a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Dr. Doom and Dr. Grope. Yeah, Dr.
It's like
Grope.
a real life bad guy. Sounds like a character in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yes, it does. Yeah, well, welcome to the nation, Dr. Grope. We've got our first doctor.
Except for Dr. Farley Stillwell, who we talked about literally 42 seconds ago.
Yeah, good. Okay. Nate Eckhart.
Nate Eckhart. Eckhart.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
It kind of does. He's also a character from the first Batman movie. Remember Eckhart?
Oh.
Where he's like he's
pseudo-celebrity Nate Eckhart in the nation?
He's the dirty detective, and the Joker's like, "Hey, Eckhart,
Oh!
think about the future."
Wait,
and he
wait.
shoots him in the face.
You said it a couple seconds ago. The dirty detective. Nate Eckhart's the dirty D.
Got there.
Dirty D. Nate the dirty D.
Ooh.
Yes, well.
Dirty D, Nate Eckhart. We got there.
Oh, well, everybody, big thanks, big FU. We've got one increase. We've got Amin Waki B. Waki B in the nation. He increased his pledge. Big thanks.
We appreciate you.
We do, very much so. That's the patron shoutouts. I don't know why anybody wants that and wants to have that and wants to switch their name to Dirty D in Discord, but the Discord Dirty D's. That sounds like a fucking 50s band.
It sounds like a late 90s band also.
Oh,
Depending
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Eckhart, the Discord Dirty D's. Cool.
Do you know how many people around the radio station here don't get the Limp Biscuit thing?
What the fuck?
We're like, it's a flaccid cock, everybody. That's what a Limp Biscuit is. Yeah. And all the small things by Blink-182 is about their fucking dicks. Okay?
Let's change the subject.
It just boggles my mind. I'm talking to the vice president in charge of programming a radio station because I had recorded a bit where I was like making fun of how these guys did a boy band cover and they were playing with their penises and they wrote a song about it. Now everybody likes it.
That's a good song.
And nobody gets it. And he's like, well, what is it? What are you talking about? I was like, do you know what doing the windmill is, Ryan? Not you, but vice president. He's like, no.
Did you show him right in his office?
Oh yeah, it was like a mace. I knocked all the shit off of his desk.
You were like Lucifer Morningstar. Brando Morningstar. That's what your fucking CCO nickname would be. Knocked all that little sand and rake with the rocks right off his desk,
the
and the
Zen
little
garden.
Yeah, the little metal balls that clink 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 clink.
The bonsai tree, the computer monitor, all the pictures of his kids, the weird little golf bag he has that's made out of a Coke can.
I feel like that's real. I feel like that is a real one.
That is a thing
That
he actually has
has,
on his desk.
Yeah, now it's flattened. It's like you took it to the recycling depot. Eh? You just whipped out your fucking Morningstar. His golf bag, fucking gone. Fuck. Should we do a deck? Do we got any other biznatch? I don't know. Watch CCO Top 5 in 5. It's lots of fun to make, and we talk about Niv-Mizzet Parun and we dunk on it.
Yeah, we talk about this deck. Why is he a boogeyman? Maybe we can talk about that for just a second.
Okay, sure.
Because he's one of those decks that you see him, immediately he'll do the same thing every single time. And that thing is just acquire mad value for anybody doing virtually anything.
Yeah.
And people freaking hate that.
Well, people love to play it
They love
because
to play it, but they hate to play against it.
Yeah, it gives you some way to win in the command zone while protecting yourself with counter magic and allowing you to get value from doing something that you want to do anyways. Fill up your hand, right?
Exactly. He's kind of like, who's that guy I like so much? Omnath, Locus of Rage, where you just get the value by just doing what you're doing anyway.
Yeah, and that's why people like Commander. We can't dunk on that because that's why people play Commander.
Oh, certainly
We're playing Magic, and we get this thing that we get to do every time, and we pick a Commander that allows us to do that.
And this is the thing that this one does is one of those things where people are going to look at it and say, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then you get killed first by Josh LaCroix.
Yeah. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery, we draw a card.
Whenever anybody casts an instant or sorcery, we draw a card. And then we do a damage to something.
And then whenever we draw a card, we deal a damage to something.
Yep.
And we're focusing on, probably, we're going to see in the deck, drawing cards through permanence to deal damage instead of protecting ourselves with all of the free counter spells and removal spells that we have in Izzet colors.
Correct.
Okay, well, let's get to it.
I guess so.
Okay, first thing.
First thing.
Lots of times, Niv-Mizzet Parun is what people call like a wheel deck. Wheel.deck. It just plays Wheel of Fortune type effects.
Yes.
Some of those are still available in permanent form, like the Whirlpool creatures from Apocalypse and like Jace's Archivist and stuff, right?
Sure.
But we lose Wheel of Fortune, we lose Wheel of Fate, we lose
Wheel of Misfortune.
Wheel of Miss-Ass Fortune, we lose Windfall. Did I say that already?
No.
Well, we lose that.
Yeah. And then what is it, Words of Wind or Winds of Change or something, I think is another one.
Tellurian Winds is another one. Yeah. And then, of course, like Blue Sun Zenith, Brain Geyser, Stroke of Genius, and what's the one that all players draw X cards?
I don't care.
That one. X cards draw, So we lose all of that. What do we get instead is the question. Why would we do this? How come? Why do?
Is that where you want to start with the big draw section?
I guess so. Sure.
Okay, so we're replacing wheels with things like Whirlpool Warrior.
Whirlpool Warrior and Whirlpool Drake and Rider, right?
Yes.
All of these are, when they enter the battlefield, shuffle the cards from your hand into your library, then draw that many cards, right?
Essentially, yes. And I think Whirlpool Drake has you do that when it dies, too. But yeah, it's essentially you take your hand, put it into your library, draw a new hand.
Yeah, and Whirlpool Warrior is the rare one. This is the one that I think that everybody likes because you can also pay red, sacrifice it. Each player shuffles the cards from their hand into their library, then draws that many cards. So we can do it twice, right?
Yeah.
For 4 mana, which is pretty good.
Which is not too bad.
The only thing about it is we do have to have cards in hand to do it. It's not like Wheel of Fortune. If you have 1 card, you go back up to 7. If you have 1 card with Whirlpool Warrior, you stay at fucking 1 card.
Right.
Right? So we got to have supplemental card draw in addition to this.
Well, I'm sure we've got some of that. We have Arjun the Shifting Flame, who's amazing, and I highly recommend anybody who has one to play that deck, and Mind Moil.
Mind Moil, yeah, those both are whenever you cast a spell, put the cards from your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. They both do that, right?
Correct. And Arjun just also happens to be a 5/5 flying Sphinx.
Yes. If the plan is to beat in with a 5/5 flyer, but Niv-Mizzet dies, you can just Arjun somebody.
Correct.
Yeah, so we're going to like cast whatever and do the drawing and the discarding. Are we playing Tefri's Puzzle Box too?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think it's in here. I didn't see it, but we're going to keep going through the deck. And there's definitely a card in here I don't understand that we could probably replace with Puzzle Box.
Oh, sure.
So we'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay.
Speaking of not playing Wheel, Ryan, we are playing Magus of the Wheel.
Hey, there we go. That is permanent wheel. Sacrifice it, discard your hand, then draw 7.
Each player discards their hand.
That is each player. And we are also playing Dragon Mage. If we have 7,000 mana kicking around and we want to attack with a 5/5 flyer again, because this is a 5/5 flyer for 7, when it deals combat damage to a player, each player discards their hand, then draws 7.
Ooh.
Lots of instances of draw 7.
Yeah.
Or massive amounts of draw thus far. I guess we're in the fucking big draw section, Ryan. Good job.
Yeah, good call. Yeah. You know what else could go in here? Jin-Gitaxias.
Jin-Gitaxi.
Yeah.
At the end of turn, draw 7 cards.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't see him very often. What's up with that?
He's pretty pricey. He's like $30 or something, isn't he?
No. Really?
Yeah, he's expensive. I told you, rare cards, man. They're going up.
Oh, man.
Time
I guess
is now.
he's one of those feel-bad cards that people hate.
Well, and you know what? I think as new players come into the format, which they are doing en masse right now, they're not aware of like some of the culture that surrounds cards like Jin-Gitaxias, and they're just like, I just want to do this. This is so awesome. I can play this card in Commander. I could never play this card in Standard or Modern. Right? And they Jin-Gitaxias without knowing the implications of what that card is.
Yeah.
Right? And then their play group hates them and they post about it on Facebook. My play group hates me. Right? What do I do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stop playing Jin-Gitaxias. Maybe that's why he's not in the deck.
Maybe.
He
could be in here.
That's a whole episode for another day.
He'd be real good in here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the last big draw card is Jace's Archivist.
Yeah, that's windfall on a creature. You pay blue, and each player discards their hand, then draws equal to the greatest number discarded this way.
Is there a way I guess you could probably just find a way of infinitely untapping him and just decking everybody, hey?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
How have we never done that? That feels like something that we would do. We're going to jump on that. We're going to figure that out. Write that one down. We're going to do that.
There it is. Okay. How about draw payoffs?
Okay, if we're going to draw cards.
DPs.
Yes.
Yes, the DPs.
DPOs. Now, we already get 1 damage for drawing a card.
As if that's not a payoff. Yeah, that's stapled right to our command.
You get to flame jab somebody.
Flame jab?
Flame jab does 1 damage.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Doesn't flame jab... I'm thinking flame jav.
Yeah,
javelin.
That's 4.
Yes.
But flame jab is red, deal 1 damage. And it has retrace. You can discard a land and pay red and do damage to somebody.
Hey, that would be good in this deck, but not a permanent.
Truth.
Not a permie.
All right, we're going to start off with a card that I am deeply, madly in love with. I love this card. I do play...
Like this one?
I love Words of Wind.
This isn't even the best words of.
It's the best words of...
In this deck. Yeah, this is an enchantment for blue 2. You can pay 1. The next time you draw a card this turn, each player returns a permanent they control to their hand.
Yeah.
Instead of us drawing a card.
Yes.
So instead of us drawing, so we would lose out on the deal of damage because it's a replacement effect.
So somebody plays their like ramp card or whatever instant or sorcery, and you're like, hang on a moment. And instead of us just drawing a card and doing a damage because we have Niv-Mizzet, we pay 1 mana and everybody has to bounce some shit.
Oh, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, we draw a card. So they cast their Rampant Growth, we draw a card, and we're just like, fuck it, we don't need that. We got Jace's Archivist or whatever.
Yeah, we'll bounce
Words of Wind. Bounce your shitty thing instead of getting an extra land. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
It's pretty... I like Words of Wind in this deck, and the picture on it is very funny. It's like a wizard throwing the pages of a book at a guy, and he's like, oh, no!
The pages are jumping out of the book and sticking at that guy like he rolled around in a bunch of, like, tree sap.
Yeah.
I don't know why I picked tree sap. It's just very sticky.
It is something that is quite sticky. How about Tooth, the Imaginary Friend?
Yeah, there you go. He partners with Peer, but we're not playing Peer, so F that.
It's a free shuffle.
There it is. You might need that in this deck. We'll have to see. Whenever we draw a card, we put a +1 on him. And when he leaves the battlefield.
For any reason,
we don't care. He's going to take a shit. We draw a card for each +1 on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and then if you had a bunch of extra mana, you could turn them into a whole bunch of Words of Wind triggers.
Oh, and just bounce everything for everybody. And then get your 5/5 beats in. That is possible.
Just bounce everything but your Dragon Mage. Oh no.
More than likely, though, you'll draw like how many cards are you going to draw off Toothy at this time? Like it's probably only going to happen one time, but you're going to draw 7 cards.
I've definitely decked myself by accident with Toothy before.
You played Toothy in your Arjun deck, eh?
He got so big that I couldn't remove him, and as soon as anybody killed Toothy, I would just die.
You're
and then
like,
somebody,
fuck.
I'll terminate Toothy. Ah, god damn it.
Well, I think we've got some insurance against that in this deck. We'll have to get there.
How about Thundering Dijin?
Dijin, you pronounced all of the letters.
I did. Dijin and
you noob. Dijinin. There we go. We even added an extra letter. Okay. 3/4 flyer. When it attacks, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards we've drawn this turn.
cool.
Hey, there we go.
That's
Probably
a
going to
cool
draw
one.
at least a couple.
I bet you they look cool in foil too.
Yeah, modern Horizons. That one from
Anything
right?
with lightning and swirly space shit on it always look cool in foil.
Yep.
Another card that looks cool in foil is the Locust God.
Locust God. Yeah, everybody knows this. 4/4 flyer. Whenever we draw a card, we get a blue bug with flying and haste, and we can pay 4, draw a card, then discard a card. And when Locust God dies, you get it. Where does it go? Return it to your hand.
At the beginning of the next end step, yeah.
Yeah. So pay 4, draw a card is important. Get a bug, deal a damage.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Psychosis Crawler?
Or just get a whole ton of bugs when we draw a whole ton of cards.
Oh, and then beat wholesale ass with bugs.
Yep. Psychosis Crawler, very much like Niv-Mizzet. Each opponent loses a life whenever we draw a card.
So good. And then his bigliness
Yes.
on both ends is equal to the number of cards in our hand.
Yes.
So he's pretty good. I like him.
Yep.
Ominous Seas.
Hey, look at this. This card cycles. It's an enchantment from Ikoria. Have we ever played this card before?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Whenever you draw a card, put a foreshadow counter on Ominous Seas. I think we've had to have played this.
I don't think we have.
I remember talking about it in the set review, saying I liked it. Remove 8 foreshadow counters from Ominous Seas. Create an 8/8 blue Kraken Creature.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we get an 8/8 for 2 when we like do a Magus of the Wheel or like a Dragon Mage. Dragon Mage doesn't count because that already costs 7, but we get an 8/8 for 2 after we like Magus of the Wheel, right? We draw a card per turn, we crack our Magus. That's 8 cards this turn. And then we just get an 8/8.
And you don't sack it.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to sack it.
Fucking cool.
You just keep getting... So with that Dragon Mage, every turn you're getting an 8/8.
Yeah, if we got 8 cards in our hand and we go like... We'd have to have 9 cards in our hand. But you go like Arjun, get an 8/8. and then you cast your second spell.
Get another 8/8.
Get another 8/8. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Niv-Mizzet the Firemind.
Yeah, is this original Niv-Mizzet?
It's OG Niv.
OG Niv is whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, we already do that.
Yeah, and then
This is redundancy, right?
And you can tap him to draw a card. And then Diviner's Wand.
This is equips to a wizard for free, right?
Correct.
Yeah. When a wizard enters the battlefield.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got to cast a wizard. And both our Nivs are wizards, right?
Correct.
And things like Dragon Mage, wizard. Arjun, wizard. Jace is Archivist, wizard. You're sensing a theme, right?
Tons of wizards in the deck.
Magus of the Wheel, wizard. Okay. Equipped creature has, whenever you draw a card, this creature gets +1 and gains flying until end of turn, and you can pay 4 to draw a card.
Ooh.
So another instance of just dump mana, draw cards.
Yes.
Make creature big, deal damage with Nivs. Nivs at this point, plural.
With the 2 Zs?
Yeah. Nivs. Yes.
How about small draws? We've talked about big
Small.
draws. We've paid off draws. Let's talk about just like drawing maybe 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. In this case, Smalls are actually killing you.
Yes.
Yes.
How about Verity Circle?
Oh, we like this one in our Ravnica, whatever this. Sure. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, we draw a card. And we can pay 5 to tap a creature without flying.
It's a cool card.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good little control card. Very mana hungry, though. We could probably only tap 1 creature per round of the table.
Yeah.
And if we're not playing a lot of instants, like, when are we doing that? Like, are we leaving mana up to, like, bluff? I don't know. I don't know if I like that one. I like the card, but not in this deck.
I think I like it. Lots of people use mana dorks. Like They tap a mana dork and you
that's
draw
a
a
good
card.
idea.
Like that's pretty good.
I'd still cut it for Tef's puzzle box.
Oh, no.
Only foils from 7th edition, though.
Oh, dude, we haven't even got to the card that we're going to cut for Tef's Puzzle Box Day. We're going to get there.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get there. We got Tefri Master of Time. Now, I'm not sure which version of Tefri Master of Time, given that there's 367 of them.
Well, they all look the same, so.
So I guess it doesn't matter, but we are playing him in the deck.
This is the 4 mana, 3 loyalty Tef from M21. You plus him to draw, then discard. You -3 him to target creature you don't control phases out, and you -10 him to take 2 mother ass extra turns. What's his static?
You can
may
activate his loyalty abilities on each other player's turn.
Oh, yeah, that's that one.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
He's pretty good in
So you
EDH.
draw 4 cards a turn?
Yeah.
Like a round, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Sage of Fables.
Hey, look at this. Each wizard creature you control comes into play with an extra +1, and you can pay 2, remove a +1 from a creature you control to draw a card.
That's a cool one. I like those... I don't know if they're all sages, but I think in Morningtide there was a cycle of those guys. There was a warrior one, and there was an elf one, and a rogue one. There was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And they all had something neat like that. I dig cards like that.
All right.
Riverwise Auger.
Another wizard. This is a wizard merfolk. When Riverwise Auger is enters the battlefield, draw 3, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library.
Is it Brainstorm?
I suppose.
Neat.
Yes, that is Brainstorm.
Cool.
Brainstorm Auger.
Kindred Discovery.
ETBs, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature of that type enters the battlefield, draw a card.
Or attacks.
Or attack. We would choose wizard in this case.
Yes.
Yes, that is just draw extra cards for attacking or ETBing.
Yes.
Yep.
Constipated Sphinx.
Hey, look at with the special art too in the super special. What is that again?
Is it a secret?
That's a secret lair, but I don't remember which one. Sorry, everybody, I don't remember what's that's from.
There's so many goddamn secret lairs coming out. Who do you think?
Yeah, I don't remember where they all belong. Anyways, whenever an opponent draws a card, we draw 2 cards.
May draw 2 cards.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, we probably will.
That's probably the most powerful card in the whole deck. Anyways.
How about Champion of Wits?
When it ETBs, draw a card equal to its power, and then discard 2.
Huh? Oh, I guess you can eternalize it.
Oh,
It comes back as a 4/4.
Yes, you draw 2, then discard 2 when it ETBs, and you eternalize it for 7, so you bring it back as a 4/4 token of itself. You draw 4, then discard 2.
I really liked that mechanic.
Yeah, it's too bad they gave it such a flavorful name, right?
Yeah, that's
maybe
unfortunate.
you know what? Maybe we'll see it again in Forgotten Realms or the Universes Beyond, where we visit other Egyptian or like eternalized type things. We're going to talk about that Universe Unbound, I think, later this month in a bonus episode, because lots of buzz about it.
Yep.
And I think you and I are both excited but apprehensive about it.
Cautiously optimistic.
I like that because like you were super hard on Forgotten Realms. That's a little bit of an aside.
Hard as in I'm super excited.
Super excited about it.
Yeah.
And we had a whole long, like 25-minute drunken conversation on how fucking cool it would be if Lord of the Rings and Magic was a thing.
Yeah.
When we were talking about Forgotten Realms, because it's like it feels kind of the same.
Yeah.
Steeped in fantasy, and you could build a set around it and stuff. And then it happened. And it's like a very polarized situation now because it's actually happening, right?
It's actually happening.
Fuck, what are we gonna do? Magic's gonna die. I actually listened to a cast where somebody said Magic is gonna die if this happens.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This is an actual content creator that people listen to, and it's like you realize that you're just doing what everybody says all Magic players stereotypically do, saying Magic's gonna die every fucking month since 1993 started.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Anyways, that's a topic for a different day, and I'm excited to talk about it.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it significantly after we talk about Azami, Lady of Scrolls.
Oh yeah, tap a wizard, draw a card.
Maybe if you were to paint her to be like kind of like Jabba the Hutt, we could call her Azami, Lady of Rolls.
Oh yes.
Ooh, no, even better. She could be a baker, and instead of those scrolls, it could be a little oven.
No, even
rolls?
better. Sushi rolls, because she's already got little rolls. The little scrolls look like sushi rolls.
Oh man,
yeah, so many options.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, so much room for activities. All right, final guy.
How about Agar the Freezing Flame?
Yeah, this is the giant wizard from Kaldheim that could have led the giant deck for our preview card.
Yes.
This is a 3-drop 3/3 giant wizard. When a creature, planeswalker, an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard or spell you control dealt damage to that thing this turn, we draw a card.
That's pretty cool.
And we have only wizards. And all of our big wizards would deal excess combat damage, like Niv-Mizzet, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
You tap that one Niv-Mizzet to deal a damage, or use Niv-Mizzets like somebody drew, we ping. And if that was the thing like that killed it, or we could do that in response to something dying, we would draw our card anyways and deal another damage. That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also of note, there's no curiosity in the deck, which is... I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that
I'm
too.
okay with not playing Curiosity Niv-Mizzet. If you know, you know. If you don't know,
Now
probably
you know.
for the best.
Yeah. Let's go through the wizards section because there are 7 more of them, and they're just like more of the drawing and the wizards and the thing and the...
Watcher for tomorrow.
When it leaves the battlefield, do you get a exiled card that you hideawayed?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's fine. Here's the one that we replaced for the puzzle box.
Oh.
This is where puzzle box goes instead of Vidalcan Ether Mage.
This has got flash and wizard cycling, so it's like a wizard tutor for 3. And when it enters the battlefield, return target sliver to its owner's hand. I actually have a Russian foil of this that I'm putting in my Orvar the All-Form deck. Because you can bounce Orvar or whatever is also any type, because it's a fucking sliver. And then you make a copy of it. And you can search for any wizard in the deck.
Yeah.
All right.
And I get that she's in there as a tutor, but we have enough draw in this deck where we don't need it. And Tef's puzzle box is just super fun.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says out there. People are groaning, oh, Tef's puzzle box isn't fun. Yes, it fucking is.
It doesn't let me plan. Well, I'll make a new plan.
Yeah.
Every turn.
Exactly. It's fun.
I actually do like that card, despite its kind of chaos undertones.
Yeah.
That's the kind of chaos I like, because you're seeing more of your deck, and that's always good.
Yeah, and let's say you have a shitty hand.
Yeah.
Ship it.
Ship it.
Get a better one.
Fuck it. It's like mill. Fuck it. I didn't want that card on the top of my deck anyways.
Yeah.
Nah, get a better one.
Screw it.
Well, what if they mill my best card? Fuck them.
Make the game go longer, and you're going to draw it again.
Yeah.
How about Thassa's Oracle?
Ooh, enters the battlefield. You look at the top X of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. And this costs blue, so you at least have 2. Okay. Put one of them into your hand, and the rest onto the bottom of your library. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game.
That's some CDH nutsackness.
Yeah, Merfolk Wizard. So that's at least worth something.
Yeah.
And we could rip through our whole deck with this deck probably.
If you're accidentally going to mill yourself, it's a good insurance policy.
This is a good option. Yeah, this is the insurance policy with like Arjun and ripping through your deck, right?
Yeah.
Mind you can't rip through your deck with Arjun.
A too big toothy.
A too big toothy. Yeah, there we go. TBT.
How about Tempest?
Not Throwback Thursday.
No. How about Tempest Caller?
Tempest Caller enters the battlefield. Tap all creatures target opponent controls.
That's cool.
Sure. Then swing in with your Dragon Mage.
Nabon, Dean of Iteration.
If a wizard entering the battlefield causes an ability we control to trigger, it triggers again. That's Panharm Wizard Con.
Yes.
Okay.
Gitu Journey Mage.
Enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Neat.
So Nabon would do that twice, 4 damage to each opponent.
And Shitty Rift.
Cyclone Summoner. This is Giant Wizard, 7/7 for 7. I like those things in this deck.
Yep.
And enters the battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hand except for giants, wizards, and lands.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm into that.
I'm good. I like 7 mana things that aren't Rift that still do what Rift does, but leave me with 7/7s and wizards.
Yeah.
And then I'll just like deal 7 to somebody with my Dragon Mage.
And one of them is a fucking Dragon Mage. You bounce all their shit back to their hand, and then you hit them, and they have to discard them.
Oh, fuck yeah. And they discard down to 7 because that's how many they only draw with Dragon Mage.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And then you Whirlpool Warrior, and you get yourself again, and then you Magus the Wheel, and then they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that.
God damn. We'll hit the what's a Sol Ring section, just real fast.
Yes, and the protection section, because it's a couple artifacts there too.
So we've got Talisman of Creativity, Stony Brook Banner, It's Solemn Simulacrum, Sea Server, Izzet Signet, Heraldic Banner, Felwar Stone, Dreamscape Artist, Commander Sphere, Arcane Signet. Those are ramp spells of various sorts. In protection, we have Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, and Curator's Wand. Curator's Wand we probably don't play very much, so we should probably read that one.
And Sea Scryer.
Just because Sea Scryer?
No, you said it. You said Sea Sayer or something. This is a 1/1 for 2 for Mirage that
taps for a colorless.
Taps
right?
for a colorless. Yeah. This is a blue mana dork from Mirage. Good old fucking Mirage.
But Mirage just keeps giving, hey?
Yeah, never ceases. Curator's Wand is enchanted permanent has hexproof. When enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, if it was historic, and it probably will be because it's going to be enchanting Niv-Mizzet, we draw 2 cards.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so we get our money back at least, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Removal. Removal gets a little bit tricky because we're not playing instant speed stuff, right?
Correct. But in making it more difficult without the instants and sorceries, we do get to do some more creative things.
I do love creativity.
Yes. So let's take a look. And we're going to start with a card that every time I see it in a deck, I get happy. Because I keep trying to play it, and it just never works out for me. But I like when other people can make it work. In Willbreaker.
Whenever a creature an opponent controls, that is, becomes the target of a spell or ability, we gain control of it as long as we control Willbreaker.
So they play an instant or sorcery.
Yes.
We draw a card and do a damage to their creature and gain control
and then we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do something good to help themselves out, and we get a card into our hand and their stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not even their stuff. Maybe it's somebody else's stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, so...
Yeah. FU Smitty, plays Rampant Growth, and then FU Aiden's got, a Chulane.
And now we have a Chulane.
Yeah, fuck, I want a Chulane. And I want you to not have Chulane. So I'm going to take it.
That's right.
That's good.
Void Mage Prodigy.
Okay, this is blue, sack a wizard, counter target spell.
Ooh.
So that is a counter spell on a stick, and we're playing God knows how many wizards at this point, every creature in the deck, as per my counting.
Pretty solid. How about a Vidalcan Illusionist? I like this one.
Yeah, blue tap, target creature phases out.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll save our thing, but more often than not, it's like, don't attack me or I'll phase it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
We have a Venser Shaper Savant.
You cast it, it's got flash, so this is kind of like a counter spell, and it bounces a spell from the stack or a permanent to somebody's hand.
Very cool.
Very powerful card, yeah.
I really like that. Siren Storm Tamer.
Yeah, you know what? Storm Tamer. Wow, I always thought this card was called Siren Storm Caller. Forever.
Nope. That might be a different card.
Might be. Should be. Flying, 1/1 for blue. You pay blue, sacrifice it, counter target spell or ability that targets a creature you control.
Cool.
Look at that, hey? That's he's playing CEDH Animar, you know that?
It's a creature and a counter. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sigil of Sleep.
Sigil of Sleep. I don't know why he's shooting an arrow in the art. Is it a sleeping arrow?
No, I think it
looks like a killing arrow to me.
If you get hit with an arrow, you go to sleep. But it's not the kind of sleep you're going to wake up from.
Nope. That is, especially one that's pointy like that.
Yeah, maybe it's got sleep poison on it in case he sucks at shooting. Because he's kind of he's not even that skinny. He's pretty jacked.
Yeah, he knows how to shoot. Trust me. Okay.
Well, he's not even the thing. It's there's not even a sigil in this art. This picture sucks.
Sigil of Sleep. Maybe.
Who did that?
Greg and Tim
Hildebrandt. We had 2 guys making art, and they forgot to put a sigil in it. What the fuck kind of... Anyway.
Maybe it's like slang, like he's going to put you to fucking sleep, but that means he's going to kill you. Right? I don't know.
Oh,
anyways,
God.
Whenever enchanted creature deals damage to a player, damage, mind you.
Yes.
Okay, so Niv-Mizzet counts. Return target creature that player controls to its owner's hand. The ability doesn't even jive with the art. I don't get it. Good card in the deck, though.
It's a cool card, but the art doesn't make sense. The name doesn't make sense. What the? Let's just move on. I'm getting pissed off here. Portal Mage.
Portal Mage. Oh yeah, this is Portal, like the game Portal. Card incarnate. This is a flasher. Human Wizard Flasher for 3. When Portal Mage enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, I had to read that twice, you may reselect which player or which planeswalker target attacking creature is attacking.
Because they're
fucking portal.
Because they're charging with their big axe, and then they go through the portal. And
put the blue portal in front of them, and they come out the orange portal and attack somebody else. Oh fuck! What happened? And there's just like a just huge behemoth or dragon. Oh fuck!
Can you make an attack? It's control. You can't do that.
You can't do that. No.
That's just the worst. Nimble Obstructionist.
A bird wizard. This is a flash flyer. When you cycle it, though, you counter target activated or triggered ability you don't control.
Neat.
And it cycles for blue 2. So you just like draw a card, counter, like it's stifle, draw a card for 3.
It's all right.
That just happens to be a flying wizard.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I'll deal with that. Nico Tay.
Equipment for 3, equips for 2. Equipped creature deals damage to a creature. Tap that creature as long as Nico Tay remains on the battlefield. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. And whenever equipped creature deals damage to a player, that player loses 1 life.
That's really good.
That's kind of good. That's like, I'm sure that's poor man's like Videlkin Shackles, right?
I suppose, but this can get all sorts of different stuff. For example, they play Rampant Growth. We ping their guy, tap it down
deals
forever.
Damage. Yeah, deals damage, not even combat D.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then if we decide to turn that onto our opponent, now we're doing 100% more damage with Niv-Mizzet.
Well, yeah, okay, so we got Nico Tay on Niv-Mizzet. We wheel. We tap 7 things that don't untap. And we then attack with Niv-Mizzet for 5. And we can deal another 1 life loss with Nico Tay. So it sort of is a buffer.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I like that one, yeah.
Last one is Glen Elendra Archmage. Archmage.
I like Archmage better.
Me too.
Yeah, okay. This is Fairy Wizard, 2/2 for 4, flyer, persist. So when it dies, it comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do this twice. Its ability is blue, sacrifice, counter target non-creature spell. Another very powerful wizard spell.
Those are good ass cards.
That is a good one, yep.
I like them lots. I'm hoping that maybe they'll do a Shadow More Eventide remastered, and we'll see some more of those.
You know what?
They're creeping up in price.
That's a good candidate for a remastered set because it's actually 4 sets.
Yeah.
2 bigs and 2 littles. There are lots of stuff there, right?
Tons of stuff that people want that is just expensive because it's just there.
Tribal draft environment.
Yep.
Right? And you could do tribes in different colors because the tribes switched colors between Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, the 2 big sets, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of play there and lots of expensive cards. Probably a good place to do like another sort of like fairy tale showcase card frame.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Right?
They could just bring back
Wizards
the one from...
guaranteed it's going to happen next year, and then we're going to go back and say, like, another thing that we talked about.
fucking did it! Yeah.
No,
We're basically in R&D.
pretty much.
All right. What the hell is left? I think there's 3 more categories, Ryan.
3 more categories, but they only got a couple cards.
We're going to bang through this one super fast. It's Niv-Mizzet 2, Electric Boogaloo, and it's got a Spark Double in it.
Spark Double. It's like Niv-Mizzet 2. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Now, why do we not have a Sakashima and then another Sakashima?
No room, maybe.
Both are really good.
And both are sort of
Really
expensive.
good. Yeah, I guess.
Sort of expensive. $20 and a few bucks for 1,000 faces, whatever it is.
Yeah, Spark Double's $10. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Those clones, man.
It turns out when you can clone your commander, like that's a desirable effect to have, so it costs money.
Yeah, damn it. All right, let's talk about taking some of your opponent's shit.
Okay.
Because, of course, we're going to do that, too, with Stolen Strategy.
Stolen Strat. It's an enchantment for 5. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may cast non-land cards from among those cards, and you may spend mana or mana of any color to cast. So I don't know if that's great, because it doesn't actually say draw a card on it, but this does give us the opportunity to cast instants and sorceries, rampant growths and cultivates and what have you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool card. I like that one. Sigil Tracer.
This is another wizard, 2/2 for 3. You can pay blue 1, tap 2 untap wizards you control, copy target instant or sorcery, and you may choose new targets.
Ooh.
So it gives us another chance to kind of cast, but we're not casting instants and sorceries.
Mind's Dilation.
Oh, baby. 7-drop enchantment. When an opponent casts their first spell each turn, that player exiles the top card of their library. If it's a non-land card, we can cast it without paying for it.
Would you believe I have never played against this card
Oh, yeah.
ever in my life? And that really surprises me because I'm aware of it, and it's really good, and I think it feels like a really powerful casual commander card. Never seen it in the wild ever.
I think that Smitty might play this in his Niv-Mizzet deck. Maybe. I know that I've played against it. Maybe it was a local player at EDH and M.
Maybe.
I think I've played against this card for sure.
It's a cool card anyway. Dual caster mage.
When you cast it with flash, it's wizard. Cast it with flash, and you copy an instant or sorcery.
Cool.
It's a good one.
Chaos Wand.
All right, look at this novel. 3 to cast, 4 to activate, tap it. Target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of that library in a random order.
It's a cool one.
Yeah. And that's almost the deck.
No, but
Well, hold on. Did we finish? My computer died, everybody. Did we finish talking about the what was it? The wand?
the wand, yes.
Sphinx Chaos Wand?
It's just a cool ass card.
Yeah, and it lets us cast instants and sorceries again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Now,
The final card.
the final card, the final category.
Everybody knows because you're giving such a huge build up what it's going to fucking be.
Anthony Buckley's knows us very well.
Yes.
And he knows if you're going to go into our Discord, into the preferred deck list channel, and submit a deck, you want some points immediately, you got to have motherfucking Brash Taunter.
I did not pick this deck because it had a Brash Taunter in it.
I was all in to do it because it had a Brash Taunter in it. So there it is. Brash Taunter, of course, is the handsomest, most versatile, most powerful creature ever printed. He has a 1/1 for red 4, indestructible. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent, and it has red 2 tap. It fights another creature.
So it could fight anything big, right?
Yep. It can fight anything big to immediately win the game. It can fight your Niv-Mizzet to 5 something. It can do all kinds of fun stuff. You could put that Nico Tay on them, and then you could fight their dudes to keep them tapped down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like bounce everything. It's not a wizard.
It doesn't have to be.
Not a wizard.
He could be a wizard if he wanted to be, though.
I like the bounce everything plan and then like Brash Taunter and Dragon Mage and just like beat and draw and discard or beat and draw and like you fight the Dragon Mage and then you attack with the Dragon Mage. So it's like take 5 again, and then take 7 more from Niv-Mizzet, right?
Yeah.
Like I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It fits fine.
He's a fantastic utility card who just, again, when you play with him, he's just freaking good. And if you spark double him, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Then you have
Spark
2
Doubles
of
in
them.
There you go.
Shit, yeah. He's the 8th, 7th dwarf in my Brutaclad deck.
The 8th, 7th dwarf. What? Okay.
So that's the deck.
That's the deck.
That's the whole entire deck.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Woo.
Obviously, we're playing a powerful commander in a not necessarily typical way.
Yeah, not an optimized way, I
So
think.
it's strength, highly CCO.
Yes.
Everybody's going to know that we sent you if you're playing this deck.
Yes. My way to denote that is not your typical boogeymander.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Does something different than the typical build of Niv-Mizzet, something unexpected, no counterspells, for example.
Yep.
Yeah. Still,
Well, it does have counterspells, to be fair.
well, yeah, but it's not running 15 of them.
How many wizards are in the deck?
Some. Some.
Because Void Mage Prodigy turns them all into counterspells.
Yeah, I would only count that as I wouldn't count that.
Let's count it 2.
Sure. It's
2.
not running 15.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not running like all 3 of the Labman like alternate win cons, and it's not running like all of the draw X's with infinite mana, right? Like it's not doing the typical Niv-Mizzet thing, which is great. Still, though, packs a powerful punch.
Yes.
Wizard Tribal is powerful because they do powerful things.
Correct.
Like double ETBs and drawing lots with what's her name? Lady of Rolls. Lady of Rolls. Azami.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all of the pictures that we drew in your mind all flooded into your mind at once when I said that, didn't they?
She's got sushi. She's got buns.
Just stuffed under like her.
Yeah, she's
her
a
side
huge
boob.
fatty. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Weaknesses, though. Missing some of what makes this a actual, like, really stout boogie mander.
Yes.
Right? So if you're playing in, like, a new or unestablished meta, like when we go back to EDH and nobody knows their dink from their asshole,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm playing Niv-Mizzet. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Right? Like, you know.
And everybody keeps looking at you like, are you going to counter this? And you're sitting there like, no.
Yeah. Are you gonna like go Grim Monolith Power Artifact, make infinite mana, and then just like Blue Sun yourself till you have one card left, and then Lab Man draw your fucking one card left, which is Blue Sun, and then win? Or are you gonna do that to fucking me by like right?
Yeah.
Blue Sun, draw a card, Blue Sun, draw a card, Blue Sun, draw a card, infinite mana, and Blue Sun's your only card left in your deck. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But no.
It's
in
not
this
doing
particular
that,
case.
so it is a weakness because when people think that and they go hard on you,
Niv-Mizzet as the commander is a weakness because people are going to be like, oh, look, it's Niv-Mizzet, and they're going to slap the lips off your face.
yeah, we didn't talk about this yet, but we'll talk about it, I guess, now. It is the most popular Is-It commander on EDH.
By a lot.
Yeah, 3,100 and almost 50 decks.
I think it's... he's just about 1,000 more decks than the next most popular commander, which is Joyra, Weatherlight
Which is
Captain.
also a boogeymander, by the
Yes,
way.
which is also a terrifying commander. And then they're both above the Locust God by a fairly high stretch. So
Yeah. Joyra maybe would have been number 6 or 7 on the boogeymander list, right before or after like Tatyova or something, right?
Duh, Tatyova.
Yeah.
You trash.
Anyways, let's do some $230 for this deck. If you want to build something off the beaten path, like budget, kind of conscious. Most reflective cards, most expensive cards in the deck, it's no surprise, are mostly the lands. Like Reflecting Pool, $23. Forbidden Orchard, $20. Steam Vents, $11. Right? Like,
Yeah, we could... I'm not saying you just cut them all, but you don't need stuff like Forbidden Orchard or just play a...
the tricky part is like Niv-Mizzet. Like either Niv-Mizzet on curve is like, ooh, you need all colored mana,
He's
right?
tough. But I mean, I think you could probably cut the Forbidden Orchard for the filter land and save a few bucks if that's something if you're being budget conscious. Granted, if you're going out to buy this deck, the Forbidden Orchard might give you more value over time because you could put that into different decks.
Yeah, do we got a Fabled Passage in here? Because that one's relatively cheap too, isn't it?
We do not.
It's cheaper than like a Reflecting Pool, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's some room there. The deck does jam the newly minted Old Border Solemn, which is TCG midding at like $12 right now instead of like $1 or $2 for a regular one, right?
Yeah.
Which is another thing. And then Glen Elendra, even though it was reprinted in modern whatever.
Was she reprinted in modern?
Yeah, she's got a reprint.
Okay.
And she's like $11. Fuck, if she wasn't reprinted, dude.
Oh my god.
Mother ass.
Yeah.
The foils from Morningtide are still crazy.
I traded mine away like an asshole.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
fine. You're an asshole.
That's true.
Like
And I never played them. That's why I traded them, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to play this.
Yep.
Whatever.
So, you know what? You could cut like $75, $80 from the deck, $150 deck out of a lot of like Commander pre-con cards, right?
And a lot of this stuff, too, we talk about this lots when you're going to build a new deck. There's tons of shit in here that you're going to use in other decks when you get tired of this one.
Yep.
There's tons of stuff.
Speaking of a ton of stuff, we've got a ton of uniqueness rating built into the deck based on the average like page for Niv-Mizzet on EDH.
Which is stuffed full of instants and sorceries.
Yeah, and we got to skip all those and we're doing our spice calculator, and I saw a lot of cards, and you actually pointed out when we were talking, like, oh, that would be good, this would be good, that would be good. We saw a bunch of extra stuff that would be good in this deck too.
Tefri's Ageless Insight is an example of one.
Yeah,
that's just
that
really
doubles
good.
your card draw, and El Hamret's Archive as well.
Yeah.
Doubles your card draw, right?
Just cool stuff.
Yeah, just stuff that, again, it kind of just rewards you for fucking doing what you already want to do, right? And I mean, that's fun because the commander is doing something that people like to do.
Yeah.
Damage, draw cards, damage for drawing cards. It's like, fuck, it's like good, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, you punch it all in. We got a 3.51 average mana value. Hey, see what I did there? Converted mana cost?
Yes, that's
fine. Yep. 1 tutor in that, what is it,
Vidalcan Ether Mage?
Yeah, Wizard Cycler Sliver Bouncer.
What was the thing they were hyping with that? I like to look at that every time we see one of those cards. What was the thing?
Well,
that's
that
a
was
future shifted card. Is it?
Yeah, that was Planar Chaos, right?
Future Sight.
Future Sight.
So is this like was it Wizard Cycling? Like X Cycling? Was that?
Did they already have type cycling?
I don't know.
Or was it previewed here? I don't remember when type cycling happened. That could have been type cycling. Flash was already a keyword. It was already keyworded at that time.
Yeah. And slivers
were obviously were in that block.
Yeah.
So it was against slivers, right?
Were Vidalcans a thing?
Yes, at that point they were.
Okay.
Yeah. It must have been type cycling.
Must have been. I think you had the land type cycling, but I think that this was maybe the thing where you could chuck a creature to get a creature that shared a type with it.
I think that you're right. Because, yeah, land type cycling happened in... You know what? Land type cycling, I think, happened in Shards of Alara, actually.
Oh, shit.
So maybe this was type cycling at its first.
Ooh.
You'd have to look back. You'd
Yeah.
have to look back at the wikis and stuff.
We're not historians. That's just food for thought. Continue.
Yeah. One tootski.
That's a toot.
Yeah, there it is. Uniqueness rating. This is cards different than the stock. I clicked on Niv-Mizzet, and this is the page that came up, weighed against our deck. 42 different cards in our deck than what appear on EDH.
Shit, yeah, baby.
Yeah, so this, you punch it all in, makes for a spice rating of 56.8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're going to call that 57. 57 spice.
Yeah, that's good.
I like it, yeah. And you lose a little bit of points because, I mean, as in 3,100 Niv-Mizzet decks.
Yeah. Is he in the top 10? No.
Top 10 all time?
Yeah. Is he?
Maybe.
For numbers of decks?
3,100,
maybe
that's
no,
lots.
3,100 is lots. But yeah, who knows? Who frickin' knows? Who even cares?
He's number 18. We looked it up. He's number 18. So he is very, very popular, just below Teysa Karlov, hey?
Yeah.
Look at that.
And right above Thrasios.
Yeah, Thrasios by himself,
Just
maybe?
by himself, Thrasios.
I don't know if that's right or not, but...
I believe it. It's just, here's how I make infinite mana in blue and green and win the game real quick. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's the deck. Big thanks to Anthony for sending it in. Ton of fun to do something unique and interesting, right?
Agreed. That's what we're here for.
And ton of fun that we get to talk about how and here's the thing. I think there was a misconception in the YouTube comments and on Twitter. Being a boogeymander, having a boogeymander is not bad.
No.
It's just an expected outcome when you play it of your opponents because they know what this card and the deck that comes along with it does, yeah.
And they're like because as much as this is a different take on Niv-Mizzet, he still does Niv-Mizzet things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's still doing all of the Niv-Mizzet things, just differently.
Yes. It just doesn't have quite as negative of a connotation attached to the deck. Oh, I'm the blue guy, I get to choose. Oh, it resolves. Oh, end of turn, I'll crack this fetch, brainstorm, crack this fetch. Right? Like, yeah, right? Oh, man. It doesn't do that. And that's what I like about it. And being a boogeymander doesn't make it bad.
No, they're not bad cards. They're just cards that you're going to sit down and people are going to go, oh, man. And they're different from things like Zur that I think some of the magic has fallen off, whereas the ones from that video and Niv-Mizzet is one of those things that they just have a weight.
Yes, they do. And then you're like, fucking turn 2, Watcher for tomorrow. Turn 3, get to Journey Mage. And everybody's like,
what the fuck are you doing?
And you go, welcome to CCO Nation, bitches. Yeah, that's what you do.
And you just smash 2 beers together and pour them all over yourself?
Oh, yeah. Rip your shirt off like Hulk Hogan and pour them all over yourself like Stone Cold.
There we go.
Yep.
Now
you're good. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Somebody's going to do that now, and it's awesome.
Yeah, me.
Should we turn this into some kind of deck building challenge to the people of the nation?
Yeah, you know what? I think if you play a boogeymander, either from the top 5 in 5 video, or if you have a self-proclaimed boogeymander, something else that has some weight based on the stereotype about it, right?
Yeah.
Give us your unique build. You can give them to us in the preferred deck list channel if you're a patron of that level, and we'll look at those first because it's the easiest for us.
Yeah.
Or you can send them to commandercookout@gmail.com. That's the email. Please send them there. Don't send them to the Facebook account. Don't send them to the Twitter. We'll see them there, but we don't save them there. So send them to the email.
Yeah, they're hard to find. I've lost a couple of deck lists, and I feel really bad about that, where I just, fuck, that was cool, and then I'm off doing something else
You
for a
forget
little while,
about it. It's not in the email.
and then I lose it.
Yeah.
You know, so please send them to the email or to the deck list channel in Patreon or in Discord if you have access to it.
That's right. And if you want to pick up any of the Boogiemanders that you want to build or any cards from the deck today, you can go to FusionGamingOnline.com.
Ooh.
CCO Fusion 5 promo code. Get you 5% off your whole order. And we'd very much appreciate if you go there. If you're going to buy cards anyways, it helps the show out. It helps Fusion out. We like working with those guys.
And it saves you some cash money, which is always...
Yeah, especially if they got their deal of the week. It's like 15 or 20% off. Then you can get 5% off more.
Ooh.
If you're going to drop money like on a whole deck or like I do sometimes if you're like trying to complete a set, right?
God.
Yeah, lots of times it's just like commons that are like 29 cents. But, but when you buy 100 of them,
Yeah.
right, 5% or 25% if it's the deal of the week, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're in Canada, sealed product, you can't ship sealed product across the border, right? But
It's weird.
it's just a thing that they got, right? It's
Stupid.
Maybe
Maybe they have different air in the packs in Canada.
Yeah, it's like international shipping laws, right?
That's
it's like,
stupid,
Where
too.
is that product designated? Like where is the money coming from that pays for that product and taxation and who gets what? It's all government shit.
It's stupid.
Yeah, but if you're from Canada, you can get 5% off your sealed product too, which is, again, if you're buying a box or a booster fucking case
Ooh.
or super pack booster box, you're going to save lots of money. That's important.
I went back to the big box store to like get a picture of myself with one of those cereal box super pack boxes.
Yeah.
Sold out.
What the fuck?
How does that even happen? Who looks at that and thinks, yeah, I'm going to pay this kind of money for this shit? They got home and were disappointed. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's parents and uncles and aunties and stuff that are buying stuff for kids that they don't.
They're buying it like, ooh, there's going to be lots of stuff in this box. It's big and expensive. Then they get it home and the kid opens it and it's got one fucking pack. Then grandpa's like, what the hell is this game?
Yeah.
Back in my day, we spent $30 on cards and we at least got some bubble gum.
Back in my day, we spent $30 and got a car. No D attached, just cars. You can't get cars at Fusion, but if you go there, remember CCO Fusion 5. That's the point.
If you buy some of the cards and get really lucky, you could trade them for a car.
Fuck yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Man, cards
geez.
are expensive.
God damn.
Turn your cars into cards.
You mean cards into cars?
Sure.
Whatever. Either way, that's going to work. Speaking of working, we love working for you to give you the best show that we possibly can each and every week, and we thank you so much for being here, taking the show into your ear holes and your eye holes and any other hole through which you imbibe the show. We really appreciate y'all being here. Send in your unique Boogiemander lists, and we will be back next week.
Hey.
Oh.
Does that mean we're going to do Arc of the Boogiemander? I just like saying that word. Can we please?
Absolutely we can, and we're
doing
going to start it off next week on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!